When the song come on, let me see you get gone. Baby mamas, this your song. Been pregnant for way too long. Now tell the DJ turn it on. Turn it on.
If she a baby mama,
Go ahead.
she gon' do that baby mama.
Work.
She gon' put it on you. She gon' do that baby mama. Drop,
Drop
drop,
it down,
drop,
drop it down, down low.
drop,
Drop it down, drop it down, down low.
drop, drop,
Drop it down, drop
drop.
it down, down low.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Lala and welcome back to my channel, Best of Lala. So today I'm giving you guys a pregnancy update. I am pregnant for the first time, first baby, super excited. A lovely baby boy is what we're having. And I just wanted to share a little bit of my symptoms, of experience that I felt, and tips that I've learned, and things that I picked up along the way, so maybe that they'll help you, or maybe that we can relate, that if you're a first time mom, or if you're pregnant, or if you're in the same situation, you can kind of, you know, we can relate about it, or you can learn from me, or, you know, you can comment down below and give me some tips about some of the things that I am struggling with. Okay, so I am officially 20 weeks. I am literally halfway there. So it's crazy to know that it's already been like half of the time that I need to be pregnant. Like, it's so insane. I still can't believe it. I feel like just yesterday I beat on the stick and found out. Like, I can't believe it. But luckily I am out of my first trimester, which is like the most, you know, dangerous, where the doctors are like, you know, still not in the safe zone, still not in the safe zone. So I am past that. I'm in the safe zone, so that makes me feel a little bit more relieved. I mean, I had my trust in God that everything was gonna be okay, but you still just feel a little bit better, a little bit more comforted once you pass that zone. So my first trimester, it was actually very good. I have a lot of friends and who told me about how sick they were, how they couldn't keep anything down, and luckily, like, thank God, I did not have to go through that. The only thing is brushing my teeth is like hell. Like, the taste, everything is like, I go through it. So that's the only time where I feel nauseous, but besides that, I haven't got sick. I'm not sick from smells or foods or anything, like, thank God. I do smell so much more. Like, I normally couldn't really smell things. I mean, if you're forwarded next to me, let me tell you, I'm gonna smell that. It's bad. But now it's like, I can smell like everything. It's crazy. I've never had this much sense in my nose. So that's like good and bad, because it's good for like good smells, but it's not when you can like nitpick every single little smell. But I mean, hey, I'll take that over all day, every day. So some of the symptoms that I've felt is I definitely feel like I'm out of breath all the time. Especially if I'm doing something, even here talking to you guys, like I've had to like stop and like for a second, because it's like insane. And right now is not a good time to be like short of breath, because we are with this whole coronavirus going on. So if you have like shortness of breath, it's like a symptom. So I don't have anything. I'm pregnant and I'm not used to it. So I'm like constantly like wheezing, or I'm like when I'm laying down, or I'm sitting up, I'm like like, just like, my husband says that all I do is like complain, but I can't help it. Like, I'm not used to having this much like weight. I'm not used to such a quick change in my body. He's very like, he's not
sure. Let's kick things off with Your Man Beat Me by Chris Brown.
Siri, I'm not talking to you. Siri trying to set a mood. What are you doing? Okay. So right now, being pregnant during like the quarantine and like being at home, stuck at home, for part, it's like I feel good, because it feels good to like be home and to be able to kind of deal with everything, all the changes that your body's having. And kind of be able to have some time to yourself. I really enjoy that. I've learned a lot. About the baby, about the development. So I've really taken this time to like kind of educate myself. But you're like scared. You can't see your family. If I'm like nervous, because my husband's still working, so like I'm like nervous when he gets home. He doesn't like touch me. He goes straight, take a shower, like unclothes outside, and that's it. Like, you know, so it's a little bit scary to be pregnant during this time because your immune system is a little bit more fragile when you're pregnant than normal. Like, you don't want anything to happen to you or your baby or anything like that. So I've just been staying home and not going anywhere, trying to not have to interact with anybody. My husband does all the grocery shopping. Try to avoid for him to have to go to the store as much, just because obviously if he's coming in contact with anybody and he comes in contact with me, that's like the same thing as him coming in contact with me directly. So just been home, haven't seen a few family members, haven't been able to really like interact, hug them. I know they want to rub my tummy, we want to hug, and we can't really do that. So, but it's okay. I mean, we're just glad to be safe and to be healthy. Obviously, there's a lot of people who are going through worse situations where they're lost their jobs or their health. You know, that's something that you can't put a price on. So, I mean, my prayers go out to everybody who's dealing with that right now. Luckily, I'm home, I'm safe, the baby's safe, so that's good. So one thing about getting pregnant is like, not to be like so vain, but it's like you don't want stretch marks. You want your body to be how it looked before or even better. I've been throwing like pounds of lotion on myself just to make sure that I'm like always like my skin doesn't get dry. Like if I get itchy, I'm just like constantly going like this or like this to like avoid from scratching, but that way like I feel some type of relief. Luckily, they say that stretch marks are hereditary and my mom didn't have them, so I feel like that's a good sign for me. I'm still taking care of myself just to make sure, but as of right now, I'm good. I don't have anything as of right now. I mean, what can you do? It's just like getting used to the changes. I'm like constantly seeing changes, and I just have to remind myself like, you know, this is temporary, this is normal, it's the hormones and it's all that. But I mean, once you have a healthy baby, like everything is completely worth it. So I went to the doctor for my 20-week checkup, and I had an ultrasound. This is where the ultrasound where they're checking the chambers of the heart, the 4 chambers of the heart, to make sure that it's strong. I had some blood work done previously. Everything turned out good. So this was a really good visit. The only thing is that now when I go to the doctors, I have to go alone. I can't be accompanied by anyone. I have to be like wearing a mask. So it's kind of sad that my husband can't be there, or my mom, who's been the one who's been also accompanying me, she can't be there because I know she loves going to the ultrasound. So I mean, I got it on video. I'm gonna show you guys a little clip of when I went to the doctor, and I'm gonna show you guys my little baby.
Let's see the feet down here. This is a hand. Oh my goodness, little man. Look at you go.
Stay still.
He's like, Mom, can you feel this? How about
Yeah,
this?
he's like,
So you can see that he's like moving and kicking, and he would not stop moving. Like, that's so exciting, and he's healthy. So at this point, I hadn't really felt him, or at least I didn't know I felt him, because obviously it's my first time around. I don't know what it feels like. After that visit, actually the next day, I felt him, and it was like so excited. I was just laying there like trying to soak in the moment. And this morning, my husband was laying on my stomach, and he felt like he felt it. He doesn't know because he's never felt it before, like so little. But it's exciting. He's kicking, he's moving. So let me show you guys my last ultrasound from when we were just there. This is the one where they verify the sex of the baby. You can kind of see where it says boy. You go, you see him like a little bit more developed. He just looks bigger and bigger. Like when you see it on there, it looks huge. But it's just so crazy. We have a heartbeat monitor here at home that a friend gave to me. So it's like nice to still be able to play that for him, so that way he can hear the heartbeat, since obviously he can't go to the doctors with me. But it's just like once you hear your baby's heartbeat, it's like so real. Like this whole experience is still so real to me. Like I can't believe I'm gonna be somebody's mother. Like somebody is gonna call me mommy. Like I'm gonna be this baby's mother. Like I still can't believe that. So I'm still like trying to wrap my head around that, and just excited. So one of the other things that I've had a little bit of struggle with is definitely sleeping. I'm used to sleeping on my tummy, and to not get used to sleeping on my tummy, to finally be able to turn around, I started sleeping on my back. And they recommend for you to sleep on your side, so that's been like a hassle. I got a pregnancy pillow because I'd just be moving around and I wouldn't let out sleep. So that's helped, but it's still like a little bit annoying for me because it's not like natural. It's not normal. It's not how I'm used to sleeping. My back is hurting from when I wake up in the morning, or even from sitting down, since I'm like sitting down working on the computer most of the day. It's just very painful, but I've been walking down the street, I've been doing some yoga, which is very recommended to just like help you, especially for your labor. Like, it definitely helps you. So that's what I've been focusing on. Just kind of like really, like I said, I'm really taking advantage of this time. I'm looking at it in a positive way. I'm taking care of my body. I'm cooking every day. I'm working out, I'm exercising, I'm doing stretches, I'm learning. I watched this Netflix documentary, which I really recommend. It's called Babies, and it gave me a lot of information because they do a lot of like scientific tests on babies, and they do like a lot of tests of like their talking, their walking, and I learned a lot about languages. And it says that pretty much that babies, they can learn as many languages as you give them when they're babies. Like, that doesn't confuse them, they understand. And I'm bilingual, I speak English and Spanish, so I always wanted to pick up another language. I studied Italian for a little bit, and I studied French, and I really like French. Yeah, I've been like really studying it and like saying it out loud so my baby hears it, so that way he adapts to like hearing it, and to when he's bored to like try to speak to him in mainly French as much as I can. That way we can learn together, get him some French books, and then my husband talk to him in Spanish, because he's gonna learn English. We're in the US, everybody's speaking English. We're gonna teach him that, but he's gonna learn it by everybody around him. So we're gonna focus a little bit more on other languages. In school, he's gonna learn English, and that's not gonna be a problem. So another thing that has become a little bit annoying is that I am constantly in the restroom. I am constantly running to the bathroom, especially at night. That definitely doesn't help my sleep. But it's normal, your baby's growing, especially on your bladder, so it's normal to be in the bathroom all the time. It's just, I mean, I drink a lot of water as it is, and I feel like now I'm like constantly thirsty. So I'm like drinking much more water. But I mean, it's part of the process. It's literally just getting used to it, just accepting whatever your body wants to do. I've learned to just accept whatever happens. I may complain here and there, but it's just changes. It's natural, it's normal. I've heard worse. Luckily, I'm not going through that. It's just sometimes getting used to the change and adapting. So everybody keeps asking us like, what's the baby's name? What's the baby's name? And we don't know. We have a name that we really like. We have a few backup, but we're just not sure. We have to pick a name that it sounds good in English and sounds good in Spanish, since our family is Hispanic, and they're, you know, they need to be able to pronounce his name as well. So that's where we've been at right now. If you guys have any recommendation for some names, comment down below. I want to hear you guys' ideas. I want to hear what names you guys like. But I mean, we still have time yet. I mean, we might be named the day of, like, at this point, I don't even know. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys a little update of my tummy and how much it's grown. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell so you can be notified every single time that I post a video. So until next time, I look forward to taking you guys on this journey of my little baby and this whole pregnancy experience. I hope that you guys didn't take anything that I was saying today as complaining. I'm just expressing what my symptoms are, how I've been feeling, what's going on, and just kind of giving you guys a little bit of an update, okay? So congratulations to all my pregnant mamas who are watching this video, and until next time, bye!
Mama,
Drop it down, drop it down, down low. Drop it down, drop it down, down low. Drop it down, drop it down, down low.